I will preface today that I only have about 30 minutes today versus like the usual, I think, hour that we've been going. Um,
You know what that means,
so
don't you, Matt?
after that,
Short answers. A quick good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Welcome to the AMA. You guys already know how this works. If you don't, it's simple. Press the little hand up, make your questions. If not, we're going to start reading the VC questions. Quick intro for today. New things that we had this week. We apparently have a new website. In case you've been living under a rock, I'm guessing, because we advertise it in every way possible, imaginary, and I think even you guys have been shouting it out in the street by some reactions I've been seeing. Yes, I'm thinking about you, Alan. Um, that new website has an AI chatbot that you have been tormenting nonstop, and we've been improving every chance we get. It no longer tells you that the token number goes between 10 million and 10 billion. It no longer tells you that the battles last between 1 minute and 2 hours, or whatever it was. So the information should be now working correctly. But you guys know how these new technologies work. As much as we try to feed it information, sometimes they, like to make up numbers. It's fun. Who doesn't do that? Like to do that. But if you do spot any wrong information when you ask things from the AI bot, you know what to do. Ping me, open a ticket on the support ticket, open a new line on the feedback. I'm actually going to make a quest on the next daily sprint to reward people if you spot something wrong on the AI bot. So next daily, we're actually going to do a test by fire for the AI bot, and this was actually a recommendation that someone gave me, and I'm gonna give credit to him, which was actually Luko. He actually recommended me doing this because he's been a great help on tormenting the bot. I mean, testing the bot and asking him the most awkward questions possible, and the poor bot, has been having problems answering some of those. Apart from that, for the ones that aren't looking at your screen and just listening to my extremely non-smooth voice, we do have a little teaser that the dev gave to us yesterday, today. I'm lost time zones, they're always fun. With the thing that we've been hinting at the entire week, which is the backgrounds. So that's one of the things that's been introduced on the season two battles, is the backgrounds. So both the animators and the devs are working together now to integrate them. The one you are watching right now, it is a work in progress, as you can probably imagine, and as you can see, it also shows a bit of an animation of the battle. Obviously, this is like them testing out the inputs and seeing if things are working as they should, not actually a battle. And as you can see by the lack of UI and everything like that, and the fact that the Pepe without touching him is clearly already hitting him. Okay, I think that's. I did a big intro today. I'm not sure if you guys want to introduce anything today, apart from this.
no, I mean, I was just gonna touch base on the AI tool, which was kind of at least it had started out as a pet project of mine, and the reason being was that with the upcoming launch of season two, the upcoming marketing initiative, there's going to be a lot of new eyes and a new renewed focus on Meme Combat, and I really thought that having an AI knowledge base that was responsive both from the website, which is generally speaking for brand new eyes going to be the first point of contact. And then from there, we can anticipate that people will slide into Telegram and Discord and elsewhere and start conversing with community members. But really wanted to have something there that people could utilize to get access, up to date, current, relevant access to information for the project. Um, but the idea is once we've refined or worked that AI muscle to a point where we can depend on it to actually be positive and not steer people in the wrong direction, we can begin to leverage that in more creative ways. The same knowledge base, the same access to data, but be able to turn that tool loose, both Telegram, Discord, and potentially at some point in the future, even in the actual game UI itself. And then leveraging it as a resource to benefit the project long term. So that was, as everyone that is in the community see, it's a work in progress, and it's something that starts out very, very flawed, and then with the help of everybody else, stress testing it, kind of finding its weaknesses. We are plugging gaps, identifying missing bits in the knowledge base, and I think especially over the next couple of weeks as we move closer and closer to season two's launch, it'll be in just the right place to be the first line of info for new people. Yeah.
And above all, I'll comfort everyone. You're not going to get rid of me that easily because I know some of you were asking, is this going to replace like the team now? No, you're still stuck with me and the rest of the community team. The bot's an extra helper. He's the trainee. I'm actually trying to train him to come and bring us like tea and coffee. But
Yeah, I
Matt
mean
is
it's
more
it's
back
it's
office.
always been it's been envisioned, I think, all along as a support tool, and especially like those in Telegram. But I think Hermes, you can even attest to this in Discord, is especially when you see an influx of new people, you see just the repetition of the same questions over and over and over again. And from a moderation standpoint, that it can be tedious, but mods, generally speaking, are just kind of gracious and they just, they go with it. But even from like a community standpoint, even some community members kind of lose their marbles after seeing the same question asked over and over and over again. And I think having a tool like this that people can get all of their repetitive questions knocked out before they get into the conversing with the community. Um, yeah, I mean, something like this could be incredibly powerful and engaging.
Okay, cool. Zeus, anything you want to say before we go head into the questions?
Yeah, this looks amazing. Shout out to the MK Raid Ninjas. You guys have been literally kicking some butt. This group was formed by Matt Pomeranian, and I know at different points there's been different raid groups and whatnot, but you guys have been just kicking butt. I think I was looking through over the last 24 hours, and I think you guys are really, kind of locking down some of the lowest hanging fruit that our project has and offers, right? So what is that? We have a long-term vision roadmap. I'm seeing here just all the different things you guys are saying as things that we can sell. Obviously contract announced. A dev with devs and CEO Matt with amazing abilities, skills, track record in this space, et cetera, et cetera. But this space is all about a few different things when it comes to like getting people to believe, trust, and align with the vision and movement of where we're going. And I think that you guys are locking down all the different facets of what that means and how people can see what all we are about, want to be a part, right? What does it mean to be an MK fighter? And it's all going to come together. I know a lot of people at different points have been saying, win this, win that, win that. And that's what this space is, right? But then you hear Matt's voice, and Matt's a very seasoned professional in this space. And like always, I'll be operating out of the confidence of knowing, how and what works best. And it's all going to come together pretty amazingly, I believe. And yeah, the amazing job. I'm gonna be getting more and more in the weeds with the bigger picture, aspects as we're putting out things like this teaser, and like just having the high and low hanging fruits to use as artillery. But yeah, all of these different posts and everything's gonna add up in the long haul. When people type in the hashtags that are associated with our brand and scroll through all the different socials, they'll be able to see just the huge surplus of energy and everything that you guys are putting out. So amazing job.
Thank you very much. And now, because the crowd is already getting crowdy, we'll head for the questions. Because we only have 17 minutes now. Okay. Let me get to the top that way. It's quick. Um, so, first question we got here is, since we are nearing the end of Q2, can we expect a roadmap for Q3 and Q4? Continuous upgrades is good for older investors, but to onboard new people, perhaps the timeline needs a bit more explanation.
Yeah, I mean, we will periodically go through and update the roadmap. I mean, I think our main focus has been delivering on the items that we had outlined so far, but absolutely, I think that once we transition towards the end of Q2 2024, which is what we're doing, has probably like the most critical milestone outlined there, which is the launch of season two. Once we have put that behind us, I think that we can then take a beat and really plan out both from a development side as well as from a people capacity side. I know that there is to some degree a desire on the part of a couple of people, you know, behind the scenes on the team that would like to take a few weeks off to spend with family to go and do things and stuff. And so I think that those discussions, which we've hit pause on until the completion of season two, those will be happening once we've got that level of work behind us. And it's not so much just obviously launching season two because we'll wrap up internal testing and then to whatever degree possible some internal community testing prior to the larger scale release of season two on time. But post launch of season two, we obviously need to have the full team in ready position just to make sure that if any unforeseen things come up, that we're able to quickly respond and address those. But yeah, long story short, we'll be looking to map out what the future looks like beyond season two on a roadmap, and then update the website and white paper accordingly.
I'll just underline the possible external testing. Okay, don't get all
Possible,
excited.
yeah.
It might not happen. It would be cool if we had time, but due to time constraints, it might not happen. I know you guys sometimes get very excited with the minimal things. So, like I know you all got excited to it because I mentioned the word cinematics at one point. That's actually leads us to the next question, which is 30th June. This is the deadline for season two, considering it's on Q2. Is this on track? What is the level of confidence that this date will be met? Because, or if it doesn't happen, what's the process? Please communicate it immediately. Else, I dare not imagine what happens on July 1st. This is me reading as it is written. So
Yeah, I mean, I think that I know that Hermes and others also have some visibility into this. I have an extremely high degree of certainty that everything is on track for meeting that deadline, and I've maintained that over the last few weeks, and every indication that I've seen, heard, and discussed with that is still the case. It's so. And I think that people are going to be pleasantly surprised with the quality. And I so that leak that Hermes is sharing today gives, I mean, just a small sliver. In fact, in terms of animated backgrounds for battles, I mean, this one's cool, but by far is probably not my favorite. There's others I think that really tickle my fancy a lot more than this one. But overall, I think I'm just super excited, and I think that everyone's going to be pleasantly surprised with what we've come up with, and then maybe would be understanding of just the amount of time and effort that we've put in to make this a thing. But yeah, extremely confident that we will hit our targets as planned.
This is making fun of your tickle my fancy. You've clearly been in Europe for too long. he's, he's no longer American, Zeus. He belongs to us now.
Right.
Question about the marketing and promoting. Can we have some sort of brief plan for this next and last week in terms of like promoting and marketing? There's multiple requests to battle by reputation on Reddit. Can a team post some articles there officially so we can push them through? I can actually answer this one. I've been trying to get possession of the current subreddit for Meme Kombat. I have still not been able to figure out who created it, or whoever created it is inactive. So I actually made a request directly to Reddit, see if there's a possibility of us, and when I say us, ends up being me, taking possession of it. If it's not possible, then we'll just create a new one, and then we'll start working from that. That would not be the ideal situation, because the other one is actually literally called r/Meme Kombat, so that would be the perfect one for us to use. Let's see what Reddit gets back to me. They do take a long time to answer. I know that part, and I've been waiting for them. In terms of web design question, on the phones, the website has a really bad design. Can this be fixed as soon as possible, as most of the public uses phones as the first device, and seeing their arena left and right side not at the same level hurts the eyes, and my question Meme Kombat's attention to detail.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, we Hermes, actually, you're probably, I mean, you're just as involved, if not more, on this particular ticketed issue. So if you want me to defer to you,
No, I
I
can
I
answer.
can for sure.
It's just fun because I poked
Yeah.
Matt about this as well. No, so we did bring this issue to the designer. They did figure out what the cause is, and they are perfectly aware of it. The thing is, the website background will be updated, like we mentioned several times. This is going to be changed. So the time that would actually take to redesign the background in order to, or both the background and the code that runs the website, to correct that wouldn't be worth the case, because in the space of, I would say, 1 to 2 weeks maximum, I would say, according to the prediction that was being told. Okay, that's the time I got mentioned. That background's actually going to disappear, and it will be a different kind of backgrounds we're going to be using. That it's more of a, it will make the website slightly more dynamic, and in those cases that will be fixed. The other reason why we were told that the fix wouldn't happen right now was also due to the alignment of a couple of other things. So fixing that part actually would break other things. There have been a couple of issues you guys pointed out that have been discussed with the team that's working on the website. Those are being worked on even today. This morning, I actually witnessed a conversation about some of the descriptions for the fighters, for example. So all the other things and all the feedback that you guys have been giving us about the website, they have been heard. That you aren't being ignored, and you slowly see the changes on the website bit by bit. Okay. Anything else I missed? Don't think so. I'm
I think you
assuming
knocked it out of the park.
Matt silence means I did it right. The other question is about the website as well, so I can reach out to the web designer about this question. There is a question that I spotted about the starting of the marketing, as the marketing already started. I can answer part of it, and then I'm not sure if Zeus and Matt want to complement it. So part of the marketing has already started. I know because I actually am doing a little bit of it. It's a very tiny part that I'm doing, which is mainly the raids. I'm waiting for Mr. Elon Musk to approve my blue check mark. Because for the ones that I've been involved in the raids, you probably noticed that it doesn't matter how many likes and reshares you do on one of the replies that we do on the viral posts. If you don't have a blue check mark, forget it. You're going to be like way down there. No one's going to see it. So what we decided to do is, after testing it a bit, is we're going to have a dedicated account to read the raids. You're still going to get all the other opportunities you had before. You're not going to lose that, so you're going to still be able to win your rewards the way you did before. What's going to happen is we're going to focus mainly on this account. Hopefully, Twitter doesn't go stupid and ban the account or something. And that way, MK will start going on to the top of replies on those viral posts, as long as you guys carry on working in the raids as you've been doing so far. And it's been great to see like the 20, 30 reshares and likes. Plus, with the blue check mark, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like right there on the top immediately for everyone to see, and that will attract new members. The other thing is what I already mentioned is the Reddit. So we're trying to take possession of that subreddit and work it in order to actually help with marketing. And then the rest of the stuff, as far as I'm aware, it is happening. But like Matt mentioned, it does take a little bit of time because it's not just a matter of us reaching out to someone and saying, "Hey, we're here. Can you do an article about us, or can you do a video about us?" It does take time on their side to produce stuff. I'm not sure if Matt or Zeus want to add anything to this.
Yeah, I mean, I could speak more to it, but I mean, at a high level, yeah, I mean that's basically it. Yeah. So the marketing campaign has been initiated. It's still a couple of things back and forth in terms of like what sort of syndications slow ramp up or come out of the gate like really heavy and we've we're wanting to do a slow build up. I've mentioned that before on previous AMAs, and I still feel as though that's the appropriate way to go, especially up until that point where season 2 is live to the masses, at which point that we would want to scale it up and try to cast a wide net and get as many new users on as possible. That's also another, reason that behind the AI assistant and these other supporting tools to not only prepare the community but also to provide, as a best first impression to new eyes on the project that we could possibly get. So we're just still, doing the best that we can every day to prepare ourselves, the team, the platform, and the community for season 2, and then then all eyes are focused on maintaining as well as preparing for what comes next after that, and we're all mentally gearing up for that as well. But yeah, so everything's in motion. It's just just have a little faith that when you see it, you'll be seeing it, and that our eyes are firmly planted on launching season 2 and what it takes to support that.
Yeah, okay, and now the final questions for Matt, because I know we have 20 minutes now. So these are directed to you, Matt. Can you share a bit more detail about the arena pool for season 2? Will it be shared with season 1, or will it be a separate pool in terms of rewards?
I mean, that's a really good question. That's a really good question. I think
Some time to
that
think about it.
we will. Yeah, well, I just don't want to. I feel 97% confident that the answer I would give would be accurate, but then I would I've just been maybe a little shy to sound so confident and then have to backtrack. So can we mark that, Hermes, as something that we
We
will follow
can.
up with?
Kepi will be very happy because we already have a question from him that he's been waiting for a while, which is the play to earn one. The one I keep poking you every day.
Mhm.
Matt loves
Yeah.
me. The amount of poking I do is amazing. So yeah, Kepi, I will poke Matt now twice about 2 questions. I'll hunt him. Don't worry, don't cry, Kepi. I promise I'll get your answers. He's crying now. And you made a grown man cry. That's all you know.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
no, I mean, so I do appreciate his very pointed questions. They're they're very succinct and articulate questions that tend to kind of get me stuck, but yeah,
Kepi
we'll
understood
follow
everybody.
up with those in writing. Yeah, because I do have to jump, Hermes, but please do follow up with me here in a bit, and
Yeah.
we'll see if we can get some clarification from the development side on that, because it's not something that that you. I mean, I can lead to some degree, but at the end of the day, devs tend to do dev things and then let me know after the fact, which sometimes puts me in a position of having said something that is now incorrect. So I just want to make sure that I'm able
Yeah.
to
No,
confirm.
perfectly understand.
Yeah.
And I know you have to leave. You only have 1 minute. You want to do any closing remarks, and then me and
Okay.
Zeus can catch on the rest of the questions after you leave.
Uh, no, I mean, I just appreciate everybody's continued support and excitement, and we're pushing hard to the finish line for season two, and but that's not where things stop for us. So keep the excitement levels high, support high, and please do continue to provide feedback and support for that AI tool. I think that that's going to be critical and foundational for our success moving into season two and beyond. So if you spot something, please speak up, offer it up, and we will use it as a knowledge base. So, but with that, thanks everybody, and sorry I have to cut you short on my end, but you get Zeus, Guy, and Hermes, and I will catch you guys here pretty soon. All right, take it easy, guys.
Speak to you later. Thank you very much for your time, Matt. By the
All
way,
right.
Zeus, I know it's Zeus Flow Guy. All good. I shall teach the bot because the bot's calling you Zeus Guy as well.
Either way,
Um,
yeah, either
yeah,
way.
yeah. No, I know you like your flow part, so we'll keep it.
Yeah.
Let me just because Kepi actually has a couple of other questions that I saw. One of them was actually for you. This one's for the Zeus guy. Not my fault. It's actually what's written. Uh, can you share some details on how and what work and ideas are going on those groups that you made with the community? For example, that roundtable or however it's called. So basically, if you can give a bit more details on what is being discussed in those community made groups that you were in as well.
Yeah, yeah. We haven't gotten super far into things. I mean, I came into that group and created opportunity for synergy, right? So I mean, I guess it all comes down to how people see, I guess collaborative efforts and projects in whole. The way I see it is through synergy. You have Matt, the CEO, the visionary, so there is certain aspects that are going to need to be, I guess, broadly understood and accepted as we're slowly, getting closer to season two. And as Matt even was just talking about the visionary aspects, I've had some conversations with him recently, and we haven't really gotten deep in the weeds really with like what is like the totality of the visions, right? Like he's shared in with little pieces and this and that, but things evolve really, and sometimes it's amazing as Matt could share from past experiences, things I've been involved with him in like how quickly they can evolve into something that you didn't even really fully ever expect, right? So you have like these ideas in the beginning of what something can be, and then the process of, growing and all the different waves and speeds in which that can happen, and how you get aligned with new connections, new people, new projects, etc. But so the biggest things that help me is, I guess, understanding the most that I can around what the future milestones, visionary aspects are that can be turned into, workable deliverables to show the outside world looking in what we're about, what means to be an MK fighter, etc. So this is a call to action to whoever asked this question and whoever's in this group. If you guys want to start taking everything that just like me, I'm sure everything that is to some extent what I know, right? There's bits and pieces that Matt has me keep secret or this and that, but we've talked about, how obviously this game's going to continue to evolve. Obviously, this is going, the graphics are only going to get better and better. This is a project. I think one of the biggest things that you need to sell in this space for the outside world looking in to gain and grow our family of fighters and holders is to show trust, is to show competency, right? So we have a leader and a team of people that are competent, and to show, just all the different aspects of what it means to be a part of this family and team right now, this community, and that can be flowed upon by all of us in that group. I've started some different docs and this and that, and kind of presented an opportunity for people to start flowing throughout. I've said this, I've said let's hop on a call, and I'm still going to continue to do that because I do know there is a balancing effect with like where sometimes I and or others get caught in the middle of all these moving pieces. But I guess just to tell you, what I'm ready to do. I'm ready to flow with y'all if you guys are ready to flow with me. Bounce some ideas about where we're at and create the best plans of attack to maximize our time. I'm all about time efficiency. So yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it. If anyone in there wants to hop on a call, ping me right now. Let's do it. But yeah, as Matt said, we are going to blow this up, I believe, and everything's going to come together. And this is a long-term project, and it's going to evolve in ways that probably are going to surprise Matt even, right? That's how this space works. And in the blink of an eye, you can make one connection in life in general, and especially in crypto, that will change your trajectory, change your life. And it's all about people doing right by people and making connections. So, yeah, I know that was a ramble.
I was gonna say, no, it's fine. Just don't ping Zeus right now because he's still in the AMA, and don't want him to leave me alone with you guys. I don't trust you guys. I've seen how many times you guys asked for feed peek to the AI. We have a log. That was scary. That was too many requests of feed peek. Uh, okay, so Zeus, let's play a game. There's someone that's coming on stage. Can you guess who it is?
If I had to put my money on it, I would bet most of it on Time Bandit, Alan second. But I would say Time Bandit if I was if I was doing
It
like
is
that.
Time Bandit. Now, Alan sometimes misses it, but Time Bandit does not miss it. How are you doing, mate?
Good, how are y'all?
I'm doing fine. Stage is all yours.
Always bet
Ask your
on time.
question.
Always bet on time bandits. This guy
Always like
always.
that. It's either Time Bandit or Kishu. One of them is going to be the winner. So, tell us what you have
Hey,
for us today.
yeah, I've got a date for you. It is June 13th at approximately 10 a.m. That's when battle number 15,000 should occur.
Yes, it is.
That's a big thing.
I've been waiting for that one. We actually had another number that's approaching, but you guys, I was going to say you guys haven't noticed, but no, there was actually someone that noticed and pointed out to me that there is another number that's coming up. So there is a reason why we made this post yesterday. Yeah, yesterday about how much has been betted because there is another number coming that might even happen before Battle 15,000. But yeah,
Okay. Well, cool. But I mean, I just thought it was a great marketing tool and it's falling right in line with everything else. So, yeah, I'm real pleased with the website. I think everybody else is too. I've been having fun with that bot. Man, uh,
you
I've
mean you have
kind
been
of figured out
tormenting
how
the
to
poor
get around.
bot? I do enjoy the fact that I had to train at one point the bot to tell you guys not to torment him anymore or torment it anymore.
And I just for the community, I've kind of figured out a way to beat the sandwich attacks and the bot in case they're still getting you. If y'all want to just uh, hit me up on the chats, I can help you with it. I've figured out how to do it where he hasn't hit me since I've been doing it this way. I don't want
And
to
if
take
you
up all
want,
your time on this AMA.
I was gonna say, if you don't want to share it during the AMA, feel free to share it in whatever form you want it, written or recorded or whatever.
Yeah, well, no, I can share
And
it in the
we're
AMA, but
we're happy to share it in as many platforms as we can because it is something that would help the community members. Because I know some of you guys, you not just you time better, some of you actually mention uh, the problem with the sandwich attacks. So yeah, if you found a way that's relatively easy for you guys that doesn't involve too many steps, because I know some of you are new in the crypto space, we are happy to reshare your information and if it helps other members.
okay, well, I'll type up a thing and post it on Discord, and I'll also post it on uh Telegram also on how I'm doing it. It's nothing real secret. It's pretty easy, but it's probably too much to try to do on this AMA and for people to write it down quickly. So no,
Yeah,
it's been
and our
great, and I'll get the price that I see when I make my buy instead of one higher. It's really when you're doing a big amount. I've seen a lot of people that the bot's actually losing money, but the people are losing $400-500. It's
Yep.
terrible.
No, it is incredibly annoying and terrible, like I said.
But anyway,
It's
other
one of
than
those.
that,
It's
hey,
yeah.
hey, it's going great. I'm real pleased. I'm still every chance I get buying more in case. So I would suggest everybody do the same. Well, it's this price.
Yeah, and it's actually been quite nice to see the price. I mean, I know it lowered a bit now, but the entire market will lower it.
Oh,
There
yeah,
is a
but
limit
it's
to how much we can fight that on our own. But I was quite happy to see that we actually didn't went as bad as some did, and we kind of stabilized now. We're more or less at that level now. So pretty confident that we will go up in the
oh yeah.
upcoming weeks, unless something terrible happens in the market. Don't see it happening, but not financial advice as
Nothing,
usual, as
nothing
we always
terrible
say.
is gonna happen. Nothing terrible. Make a bet on MK is what I say.
Okay,
Anyway, guys,
as
I've
usual.
got to go, but I just wanted to share the thing. As far as
Yeah.
technical questions or anything else, I think y'all are doing a great job. I'll type those up and get them on there sometime today. I'm kind of busy. I got some other meetings, but uh, yeah, if y'all just follow what I say on this um, wallet thing that I'm going to type up, you can avoid that bot 100%.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time, Time Bandit, and once again, thank you very much for being a
All right,
routine
guys.
in
Yep.
our
Love you,
AMAs, a
fam.
little slot for you.
Yeah, thank you, Time Bandit. You're amazing, good sir. Appreciate you big time.
Okay, we actually have someone else. It's a new name, Sally Grasso, or at least a new one in the AMAs. You're free to come on stage. There he is.
Hi, can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, perfect. I have one questions. It is since it is called Meme Kombat. Are you looking for it to look like the Mortal Kombat game, like for the fights perspective? Are you looking forward
Um,
to be similar, to the
yes.
fights that we? Okay, perfect. Yeah.
So yes, and it's one of those questions that if Matt was here, you would say yes or no, because yes, at the same time, we want to have the fight ideology uh, but without probably reaching the same level that the Mortal Kombat reaches in terms of violence, because we immediately
Mm-hmm.
had some comments of when we shared some sneak peeks that had a bit of blood, and then people immediately went, maybe not so much because of the meme look. But yeah, the idea is to still have the fights, so not so much what we have right now, which is the flip the coin concept. Um, and with each season, we want to improve the fighting part, so it will eventually reach a point where it's a full-fledged fighting game based with memes, and with like Mortal Kombat does every time there's a new update, there will actually be new characters from other memes and from other projects. That's what is in the pipeline at the moment.
And yeah, Hermes, would you say, I don't know if you or CLE Grasso have played or anyone that's listening, like Pokemon Stadium, right, is more kind of along the lines of how I, to some extent, see the future evolutions of the game, right? So, like, to some extent, you could have, a lot of this is going to continually adapt, change, flow, evolve. But like, let's say you had like, advanced battle pack options, right? I think if we were to keep it a wagering effect, right, and not, maybe we will have play to, like skill based competitions where you're, like adapting the moves as you go, like Mortal Kombat, right? But that's very hard on a, on a project like this to like everyone has different servers and this and that. And if you're wagering money, right, you obviously like want it to be like kind of to some extent an even playing field. But if you had like preset packages of fight combos mixed with defense combos that you could choose and more of like a Pokemon Stadium type of thing, right? And that's kind of even how I envision the arena in my mind and feel when I'm, bounced around with Matt, but never really concreted anything. But that's just I guess closer to what I envision. I don't know if Hermes would
Yeah,
align with
yeah.
that.
No, that's one of the reasons also why I said yes. It's gonna have that concept of Mortal Kombat of the two memes fighting in this in our case. But yes, one of the hurdles that we'll always have is the servers, because we have community that's in Southeast Asia, we have community that's in North America, middle of Europe, Africa. So it's always going to be problematic to have real time battles, especially with, like Zeus mentioned, with the bets. So yeah, one of the things that will make it different from Mortal Kombat will probably be the way that you guys can input the commands for the battles, due to A, servers, and B, to the bets. Hope that answered the question.
Yeah, great question.
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Okay, let me have a look. We don't have anyone else to come on stage at the moment, but we still had 1 or 2 questions on the VC questions, which, of course, Hermes being who is lost track of where he was. Oh, there you are. Okay, there is a question about testing on season 2, if there is some closed door testing for chosen people or only the devs testing, and when it will go live for everyone. Okay, so this was kind of answered by Matt a bit before, but I'll clarify because it was kind of in the middle of a full answer. The plan right now is internal testing. If time allows it, we will do some testing with some selected members of the community. If that happens, we'll notify you guys and how it's possible to apply for it. To be honest, and I'll be brutally honest here, I don't think we'll have enough time to do the community testing, because that will delay it at least a week, because it's not just you guys testing it, right? It's going to be testing it, and if there's something wrong, then you have to come back and fix it and blah blah blah. So we'll probably focus mainly on the internal testing with the team, and immediately those things can be fixed as they are spotted, instead of giving you guys. I know you guys really wanted to test it before, but time wise, I'm not having visions of this happening. Like you guys mentioned several times, we're already on the 11th today. There's 19 days left. There, I highly doubt we'll have enough time to do the internal the testing with the community. I mean, it would be cool, maybe for season 3. Let's see. Depends on the timelines we get there. NFT integration. There's a question about it. Let's see if we can answer that one. This NFT integration. It's already been answered about the rarity rating is only for trading. In that case, will there be any in-game difference between Flocky A version or Flocky B version NFT? And if yes, what how? If we can't get an answer for surprise on release, that's fine, but I'm currently interested about it. Cappy, I know he left. I saw his message saying left, but can you hear me later? Cappy, I'm going to be horrible now, and I say we don't think we can answer this one yet, because it's one of the surprises one to give you guys. There might be some difference, because depends on what you mean with Flocky A and Flocky B, depending on what they have. So the NFT integration might not just be related to what meme you have. Okay, I think that's maximum I can answer without Matt or anyone of the team telling me off.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can't, I guess, fully be leaked until Matt gives the go ahead. But yeah, so when it comes to if the question is fully asking like, will like Floki A versus Floki B have different, fight level attacks, right? Or this or that, or but like the thing when you're configuring all the probabilities of what can happen, right? And like, so we're doing a wagering battling arena, right? So where people are wagering on who's going to win. And as of now, obviously it's, been explained as a coin flip, right? Or like there, but like when you have more and more layers, right? And you have these NFTs, so it's a balancing effect with how you want to make them unique, add, create value and desirability for them, and also cool features in the arena. So what does that mean? Like skins, does that mean like cool looks, cool feels, right? All that's obviously always has and always will be something that people in the GameFi and or just gaming world like, and it creates more desirability, etc. But is there possible perks that will be, you can never create something that's going to be, raise the wagering person's probability of like too high, right? Or this or that. You can't ever so there's just so much of a balancing effect, and we can't really go on to this yet. And then like how it'll evolve throughout time, but we are always talking and thinking up ways to add and create value for these NFTs, right? That's a huge aspect of our arena. And it's going to continually grow and flow, and the arena in my eyes and all the different facets of what we could have inside of this, is and will be, amazing to all of us, probably, even Matt, right? That's just how things grow and flow. And even like what Sayoska had shared in the last couple weeks with that, kind of nostalgic Pokemon feel, thing that he created real quick. Like the sky's the limit when it comes to what something can be when you have people that are in it for the long haul. And for those that stick around and ride with us, they'll bear the fruit, or those that even don't, and then maybe just check in or touch base time to time, right? But yeah, long-term projects, from my experience, end up becoming a lot of different things that never were even in the realm of what they envisioned in the beginning. And there's always creative ways to, make collaborations, make this, make that, and add value to the base community. So, yeah.
I just want to highlight two things that were briefly mentioned there, Zeus. One of them is we are, as much as we can, trying to avoid the pay-to-win situation. So, as in, oh, someone has... How many do you have there, Tech? 21 NFTs, and so they're going to win everything. So we're trying to avoid that. And the other thing is, with season 2, or with the start of season 2 and progressing with the other seasons, the game has the capability of being much more dynamic than it is now. So just because it's a season doesn't mean we're not going to do updates halfway through it that will allow extra content. Okay, like for example, in this case, we were showing you the backgrounds. It doesn't mean that halfway through the season we can't add more backgrounds or add a new fighter or add new features for the game. Okay, so it's going to be slightly more dynamic. So season 1 was more a test to the capability on the blockchain side and seeing how sturdy it was. And now from now on, the focus will be mainly on the gameplay and improving it with time, not just from season to season, but also inside each season. Okay, I think that is it. There's a couple of other questions here, but they're pretty much repeats of stuff that we already mentioned, so we don't want to stretch this too long. I do have something to do, which is I have 2 raffles to be done. But before that, any final remarks, Zeus?
No, just as always, Hermes, thank you for being a superhuman that sleeps 1 hour a day at max. And amazing job to the MK Raid Ninjas and all these people. And inside of the Knights of the Round Table, I believe that was probably what that one question was tailored towards me. Ping me and let's flow. I had put a few docs in there that everyone should have access around the visionary aspects. And even in there that I put in there when I first created the group, it was kind of around the visionary way I view this project and the Pokemon Stadium, ish effect type feels and this and that. If anyone wants to grow and flow and build upon that with me, let's do it. Ping me, start it, and let's synergize, let's collaborate. And obviously there is a balancing effect. And I do know that there are things that need to be, communicated to me and through me, right? And that is and will happen. But yeah, overall, I appreciate every one of you that that came with a call to action, and that is how I view community in general, family, crypto, and like the totality of what makes things work and blow up to how they're supposed to. So, we got a lot of amazing people and a lot of amazing minds in here. And when come together and start think tanking and expanding and, finding new creative things and solutions and maximizing time, the sky's the limit, 100% in every aspect. So let's keep doing that. And thank you to everyone that is a part, and all of the collective efforts will continue to stack up, and the catalysts will be found, and we'll blow this up. So thank you.
Thank you, Francis. Okay, now with some of you I've been asking already, because you are very patient people. The ruffles. Let me share the right tab. There we go. Okay, we'll start with the first 3 winners. This time we didn't have 10 people on the top, so I am improving the Zilly. Yay! We now only have 4. Even the hard questions on the poles and the counter circle was not enough to stop these four. They managed to score and everything. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw the names of these four. They're here on this beautiful wheel of names. We will start with the first prize. So we'll run the wheel, and whose name comes out will be the winner of the first prize, as mentioned on the Zilly Sprint. And the first winner is we're almost on the line. Okay, Mohammed 1085. You won the first prize. I'll ping everyone because I'm not sure if you guys are all here. So you won the first prize on the Zilly competition. Now let's run the second prize. Again, it's going to be on the line, isn't it? There you go. Music Yayo, I think that's how you read them. You won the second prize. Again, I shall ping you in a second. And for the third prize, we have the usual Daganant. So all these three, as usual, open a ticket. I'll ping you guys in a second after we finish the AMA. In case you're not around. I know that spotted Mohammed is already here, and I think Daganant was here before as well. Sorry, carry you. Next time. It was close. I'll tell you what. I'll as an act of generosity, because you did have the same score as everyone, I'll open an exception here and open a ticket anyway, and we will grant you 200 MK as a consolation prize. So it's not completely unlucky. The ball guy out of the four was the only one that didn't win it, and he deserves it because he had the same score as the other four. So we'll open an exception here. Okay. The other thing is the free winners out of the random top 100. We didn't have 100 participants. This silly, we had less people. And I think it was because we advertised it a bit less. We had 71 participants. So we will do the random number generator and run generate a number between 1 and 71. And the winners will win the extra MK. So first number is going to be 55. 55 is Matt Pomeranian. Which I think was here as well. Or did I dream about him? Maybe I dreamt about him. Okay, so that's one. There's two more to go. Number 32. Number 42 is Utopiland. Utopiland, congratulations. You won one of the extra prizes. And for the last extra prize, number 7. Number 7 is Mr. Miko, which is around here. At least I'm assuming it's the same Miko, right, Miko? It's you, correct? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Okay, as I said, I'll ping all 6 winners. All 7 because of the consolation prize. And you guys just need to open a ticket to claim your prizes, and the prizes will be distributed as soon as we can. And that's it for this week. This was a very long AMA. We've been here for an hour. I'm surprised how patient you guys are. So see you next week. Have fun and enjoy the rest of the week. Oh, I knew there was something else. Thank you, Aram, for reminding me. Art contest. It is still gonna happen. We have already chosen the 5. It took a bit because you guys made. It's your fault actually at the end of the day, because you guys made such lovely art that we actually had problems choosing the top 5. There was actually a bit of discussion internally to discuss the top 5. We have finally reached the conclusion of what will be the final 5. We will announce them either today or tomorrow, and then the voting will start until the end of the week, as usual, as we did last time. Okay? Thank you for reminding me. I knew there was something else I needed to talk about in terms of prizes. Okay. Like I said, thank you very much. See you the rest of the week. I'm always on Discord and Telegram if you need me anything. And let's carry on the battling. Bye.